Jacksonville Jaguars. 2-1 and 2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
All day, dog.
Now the young man was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Prescott to throw it. He's got his tight end Fant. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Set up. 18 Gator. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, defense.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. Fournette fighting through. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready? 90 Wolf. Watch time. Tight end run.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott now. Got a man open. It's Sutton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. Sliding. Mike 59. Hey, let's get up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's going to go deep for Conley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They go play action here on first down. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Prescott on first down. This is Riddick on the screen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Theo Riddick, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
General West. Mike 51, Mike 51. I don't think you got it, sir. Check 26, check 26. Bravo. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
4 down, 4 down. Watch A9, watch A9, it's yours. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Ready?
Out of the gun is Minshew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him. Well, now Lindsey lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On third down, it's Grant. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First down, Jacksonville.
He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 40-yard
Ready?
line.
30 base. Oh, you got deep? Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike 51, Mike 51. I got it. 51, Mike 51. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, Haywood.
On second and 11 now. Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. That's complete to John Ross. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Prescott. This is the tight end, Fant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken in at the 1. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 4, check 6-6, pull it high. Hey, let go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hey, wahoo! 51 to my boy, 51. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hit it.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Minshew, 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On the ready. 51, Mike, 51. You must be true. Hey, Charlie.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On the set. 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go. Shoot! Watch the shoot! Kill! Pilot, 64, weak. Right up.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will put them on top here in the third. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they got to keep hammering away.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Prescott now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. On the run, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. Oh, he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, 65 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Prescott now, just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Prescott from the gun. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, D.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the screen.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, team 6. Switch.
On 1st down, it's Grant. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protect. That time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the boot. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, Zoo. 45, Mike, 45. Hey, me and you, let's go.
On 4th down, Minshew. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Broncos, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on